Hello and welcome to the Bannochbrae circuit in Scotland. This is a mod circuit. I will leave a link in the description so you can see how to install if you wish to do so. Today's race will be the usual 20-minute race. Today starting at 6 o'clock in the evening to make advantage of the nice lighting that it will give us. It's a medium cloud race, standing start, no pit stops and a heavy rubbered circuit. Our opponents will be the usual maxed out JCW Mini Grid on 120 skill level and will be starting from last. So, without further ado, let's get trackside and let's go and look at this absolutely beautiful circuit. Good boy. Good. Sorry, mate. Sorry. They're so slow on that apex there. It'll catch you out if you're not wary of it. It's very easy to run them out wide to the curb on the right, just after the bridge, because the track sort of drops away. It's quite bumpy and it drops away, and your front end is not as positive as it is at the start of the corner. So yeah, it's very easy to push someone out wide, even if you didn't want to. For it, and on the brakes for no reason. Not really a side-by-side place to be, but there you go, it is what it is. That's where we found ourselves. I guess it was me that put me there, so can't really blame anyone else. But had I been in Woods' situation, I think I'd have let that one go. Just there. Oh. Thought he was going to stick it up the inside and keep it there for a little while. Alright, now we can stretch your legs a bit and actually enjoy it. It really is a beautiful circuit, this one. It's a real challenge. You can't let your mind slip for a moment, really. You probably find that I'm talking and like stopping halfway through a sentence. Yeah, that's just the nature of the circuit. Now these curves here, you can ride all the curves on this circuit, but I like to try and treat it as if I've got some mechanical sympathy for the car, and yeah, if you were to do that in real life, you would have messed up your suspension in an instant. That'd be like race-ending retirements. So I always try and avoid using the curbs and only use the road. It's a self-imposed limit that actually slows me down, but it is what it is. Seeing the trees getting rendered, that's not ideal. Keep going for fake gear changes. I don't know why. Keep reaching for the gear lever. And the track suckers you in as well. It makes you, it sort of goads you to go a bit faster, go on. You can do that. You're a bit slow in there last time. You can go a bit faster next time, and then you try it and you wish you hadn't very quickly. So these curves in here I will use, because they look like they've been flattened off, and they look like they would actually be usable in real life if it was a real circuit, which it's not, from my understanding. That's close. Nearly got a diamond cut left hand side of the car then. Really does look nice in this lighting as well, doesn't it? With the 6 o'clock in the evening. A little bit late on the brakes and a snatch of the rear there. ABS is a real help here because it is so bumpy that it would be so easy to snag and snatch a brake. Even if it's just set to 1, it saves you all the time. You just don't need to be so mindful of it. And you can up the ABS and be safer and safer and safer. But yeah, just having 1 on it is a major help. I guess it's the closest thing we'll get to the Isle of Man, isn't it, in the game? Really? It's just absolutely brilliant fun. If you haven't got it and you're on the fence of downloading mods, yeah, it's absolutely fine. Ooh. Maybe we'll go through their 4th next time. But yeah, it's just a lovely circuit to drive. It's a mental challenge. And absolutely beautiful scenery as far as the eye can see. Spencer Andrew. Yeah, that was nicer. Much calmer. So when you're first learning the circuit as well, everything happens really quickly. Everything's rushed. Your hand movements on the steering wheel are very, very quick. It's like your brain is... It makes you feel like your brain is too slow. But it's not long, and you get a feeling and a groove in the circuit. And it's just... It then becomes almost not effortless, because the brain is still heavily taxed in concentration terms. And it all goes very wrong very quickly, but while it's going well, it's all very serene, and it's just smooth and nice. and then when it goes wrong, you then realise actually how fast you're going. And you have a real appreciation for the grip the tyres did have until that moment. Yeah, I absolutely love this track. Right, let's try this in 4th this time. Yeah, that's probably a bit nicer, isn't it? Yeah. Never do that in 4th next time. Oops, a bit late. And that corner's a bit odd as well, so you turn in and you think, oh, I've turned in a bit too early, and then you start to lose grip and then it washes out wide and you actually find out that you've turned in too late. Never quite bit there. Yeah, to get your laps hooked up is a real challenge, but a really fun challenge. Had a little lift there, I thought the front end was going to wash out. It had all the hallmarks of it not quite biting on the apex, so I lifted out of it. Yeah, I didn't quite weight the front end properly. You could definitely go faster than what I'm going now. These are not, yeah, I don't know how much faster, but yeah, you could go faster than this. But this is sort of endurance racing sort of pace, I would say. Yeah, I'd quite happily drive around for a couple of hours this kind of pace. So this is going to be the last lap? Yeah, last lap. That's quite sweet, wasn't it? Trouble is, you can't. It's one of those tracks where you need to give yourself a little bit of a buffer in your approach, because it's really bumpy and you can catch a bump ever so slightly differently. You can be on what feels like exactly the same line, but you can catch a bump ever so slightly differently and it will just make the car do something that you weren't expecting. And if you don't have that buffer, you will find yourself in trouble. And we're not talking a massive buffer. We're talking, you know, just a little bit that changes it from trying to go fast to trying to be sensible. It's that sort of buffer that you're looking to build in. See there, we just didn't quite get the front end hooked up, and without that buffer, I'd have been in the right hand fence. And it's so easily done. Absolutely beautiful track. I don't want this race to stop. I just want it to carry on. Yeah, that is beautiful. Well, thank you to everybody who's involved in allowing us to use this within AMS2. That's absolutely magic. Yeah, beautiful. What a lovely, lovely track. And what a brilliant experience as well. So, we won that by a handsome distance, didn't we, in the end? Yeah, that's how much off they are. So they're, yeah, 8 seconds a lap off. That's huge, isn't it? Who was the last person? They were, well, okay, Jim Taylor retired by the looks of that. Yeah, so Laura Watson is 1 minute back. Yeah. Yeah. Right, let's get into the replay, shall we? Well, thank you to everybody involved in bringing this mod to AMS2. Really, really pleased that you've put the effort in that you have, and very, very appreciative of it. Just an absolutely beautiful circuit to drive. I have a couple of minor complaints. Well, one is the AI and its speed, but nothing they can do about it. They're not afforded the tools that they need to adjust the AI points to bring them in line with the latest player physics and the latest abilities the player has, to bring them up to speed. So nothing they can do about that. The other thing is, and this might well be a thing on my end, is the rendering of the trees was happening a bit late, so you could see them sort of popping up on the hills. Nothing major. If you were going 10 tenths and fully focused on the track, you wouldn't even notice it anyway, because you just wouldn't have the capacity to see it, I don't think. But yeah, apart from that, zero complaints. This track is really, it's not about the AI anyway. It's not about racing AI. This track is about a multiplayer experience or an individual time attack style event. You know, that's what this circuit is really all about, and that's where it excels. It's probably the closest thing we have to an Isle of Man. It's like a very, very short, condensed Isle of Man, and just absolutely brilliant fun and a real test. It's an individual test. I don't think I would change very much on it, because it is what it is, and it's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, the corners on it are just, they're so varied, and the bumps really do, they don't change from lap to lap, but they can make every single lap very, very different. Oh, hold your breath. Side by side, it's not a clever thing to do through there. I think I said in the video, if I'd have been Woods, I think I'd have let that one go. But at the same time, you could argue I should have let it go as well, really. But we got through it. That's the main thing. Yeah. So beautiful scenery, lovely circuit, lovely time of day. Really shows it off nicely, I think. What more could you ask for? I might well wrap this video up and go back and do this one again as well. Fantastic. Well, I'm going to leave you there. Thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Until the next time, we'll see you later.